Keeping traffic moving smoothly takes more than just smooth roads. In Arvada, we have about 100 traffic signals. WL Contractors is hard at work on one of them right now. In fact, planning for traffic signals is a pretty precise science that also saves energy and cuts down on pollution. Getting around town seems pretty simple. We see a green light, we go. But behind the scenes, an intricate network of cameras, cables, and computers work to coordinate Arvada's 100 or so traffic signals.
Most of them are independently controlled from boxes like this one that you'll see on every corner. And a lot of our traffic signals throughout the city, like the ones on 72nd Avenue here, are interconnected to each other.
Fiber optics, phone lines, and radio technology do that, says Joe.
This is the inside of a traffic control box, and it's made up of basically three elements. We have the input devices that tell us what the traffic is doing, and in this case at this intersection it's done with video detection. That input is then put into the traffic signal controller, which is the unit up on the left.
That's the brains of the unit, as Joe calls it.
We then have the output instruments, which are down at the bottom, which are called load switches, that actually convert what the traffic controller puts out to a higher voltage to power the light bulbs.
About 2 years ago, the city converted all of its signals to LED bulbs, going from 116 watts to 10.
The energy savings, overall energy savings for 1 year totals about $72,000.
Arvada's also using more video technology to detect cars at intersections in place of the old so-called inductance loops in the pavement.
While they were good and they worked well, they were very subject to being destroyed by road work, by weather, things such as that.
When it comes to maintaining things, Arvada looks to WL Contractors. Their space-age looking operations room helps keep us jetting around town with a bank of blinking lights, TV monitors, maps, and computers designed to help coordinate traffic.
The idea behind coordination is to get from point A to point B without stopping. In theory, of course, we all know, having driven the streets, that's easier said than done.
Pedestrians, emergency vehicles, and other traffic flow demands can disrupt that flow, and it's all seen from here.
We can actually see real-time display of a traffic signal. We can see if it's in flash. We can tell you what direction is green.
The Operations Center also sees what various cameras at intersections are picking up, whether it's a dome-like surveillance camera or, more commonly, fixed vehicle detection cameras.
A typical traffic video detection camera is picking up the through lanes and the left turn lanes. And we actually draw in with software these zones, so when a vehicle passes through that zone, it places a call to the controller, which gives you a green light.
Another gadget at intersections is often mistaken for a camera, but isn't. It's called an Opticom.
They're actually high-intensity light detectors, and if you've noticed on either a police car or on a fire engine, how they have a strobe light in the front and it's flashing, that's actually at a certain frequency, and it enables this Opticom to give the fire department or the police department a green light.
The emergency vehicle preempts the usual traffic pattern, which then has to get back on track.
What it will do is take time from other movements, and typically that's the left turn. So we do hear a lot of complaints about that also, about the short left turns.
But the preemption system can be a lifesaver.
We have documented studies that this preemption system cuts down the response time for the fire and emergencies.
WL Contractors also takes care of maintenance of the signals themselves.
We check all the splices, we check voltages in the cabinet, we check operation of the video detection or of whatever detection is out there, whether it's a microwave or an inductance loop that's in the pavement. If a signal head is tilted or missing a visor or hard to read, then we would go ahead and repair that.
Not all traffic signals in Arvada are controlled by the city. Wadsworth, for example, has 15 lights controlled by the Colorado Department of Transportation. And Arvada, along with other cities and the state, coordinates with the Denver Regional Council of Governments for traffic flow on roads like Wadsworth or Sheridan.
And as time goes on, we are going to get a more advanced traffic control system that we have now that will benefit from that. And in doing so, obviously our goal is to keep traffic moving, reduce energy consumption, and reduce air pollution.